There are days that don't just pass, they mark you. They split your life into the before and the after. And I didn't know that day would carry that kind of weight. I didn't know that a phone call, a moment, a sentence would echo so long. Because ever since then, things haven't just been different, they've been quieter. Not with noise, but with presence. The kind you don't notice until you reach for it, and it's not there. And I've learned something about loss. It doesn't just knock on the door. It walks into the house uninvited, and it sits at every table, and it lingers in every conversation. It shows up in places you didn't even know were filled. I see it in my children, in the way they remember, in the way that they ask, in the way they try to understand. Something I'm still trying to understand myself. I see it in us, how we gather now with something missing that no one can replace. And I carry that. Not with just my grief, but all of it. The silence, the space, the weight of what's no longer here. And then there's you, cancer. You didn't just show up, you took. Piece by piece, moment by moment, you tried to rewrite a story that was never yours to touch. So I ask you this, why her? Out of everyone else in this world, why did you choose her? The one who gave so much, the one that held us together, the one that made ordinary moments feel like home. Yet you chose her. I know you're not going to answer me. I know that. But this question still stands. Because what you took wasn't just a life. It was laughter. It was warmth. It was the kind of love that just don't come around twice. You took too much. But hear this. You didn't take everything. Because the love you tried to erase is still here. It shows up in the way we live now, in the way we hold on together, in the way certain words echo like they've just been spoken. I love you, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. And every time I hear that, I'm reminded that you didn't win. You may have taken what we could see, but you could never touch what was placed inside us, what was planted inside us. And God, I still bring this to you, not in anger, but in honesty. Because I know you're good, but I don't understand why you allowed this to happen. Why something so painful was part of your plan. And I've said on that longer than I thought I ever could. But somewhere in the middle of the questions, I started to see something. Not answers, but truth. That even though something was taken, nothing was wasted. The love that was given was never just temporary, it was planted. And what was planted in love doesn't die, it grows, it carries, it remains. So no, I don't understand everything, and I may never will. But I do know this. What was given to us was real enough, strong enough, deep enough to outlive what tried to take it. And one day, what feels separated won't be. What feels unfinished will make sense. And what feels heavy will be lifted. But until then, I'll carry it. The memory, the love, the questions, and the hope. Not the kind of hope that pretends it doesn't hurt, but the kind that holds on even when it does. The kind that believes this isn't where the story ends. Because I know where she is. She's not in pain. She's not fighting. She's not fading. She's whole. At peace, held by the same God I am still learning to trust through all of this. And one day the distance won't feel so permanent. The silence will not feel so loud. The space not so empty. Because what was separated here will be returned there. And until that day comes, I'll keep hearing it. Soft, familiar, and unchanged. A bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck.